Hey everybody, Pip from Premier Team Building here. Thanks again for tuning in to another one of our leadership blogs. If you haven't already, please make sure you like and subscribe, hit that little bell icon. That way you're kept up to date with all things leadership, all things cultural, and all things Premier Team Building. Today I want to talk to you about a very relevant subject. At the point of filming this video, the World Health Organization has officially declared the coronavirus a pandemic. Now, I'm not a medical professional. None of my team are. That's why we recommend going and speaking with medical professionals, but we're not going to talk about the actual sickness itself. We want to talk to you about the sick day culture within your business and all businesses. Now, within this two-part series, we're going to talk about the impacts to your business by employees not taking sick leave, and also the cultural and societal impacts of people not taking sick leave as well. And as is very relevant, we hope that many businesses take this opportunity to look inwards and reassess what kind of culture they have around sick leave within their workplace. So let's get started. Now, when was the last time you noticed employees taking sick leave? Or when was the last time you noticed people refusing to take sick leave, coming to work when they were still ill? There is a culture within many businesses and throughout society that taking sick leave is a bad thing. Many businesses actually try to subtly promote people not taking sick days. They're worried about the impacts to the business by people not being there. And in a sense, they don't trust their employees when they're taking sick leave that they may actually be sick. Often when we speak with clients and their employees, we find that people are pushing themselves to come to work ill. They're not willing to take sick leave. They feel that if they were to do so, there can be some real negative impacts. And let's discuss what those are. Why do you want someone to come to work when they're ill? Now, if somebody's sick, they are not being productive. We all have been there with headaches, head colds, the flu, whatever it might be. When we're ill, we're not producing the best quality work. So as a leader, manager, or business owner, if your employees are coming to work sick, you're literally paying them to do less. They're not motivated, they're tired, they're sluggish, and they could also be making other people sick. But when it comes to their productivity, you're paying them their hourly or salary, whatever rate it is, to do less work. Whereas if you were to give them that time and promote that culture of taking sick days when you are sick, they're actually going to be more likely to deliver a higher quality and higher caliber of work when they return. They'll be well rested, they'll be feeling better, and they're going to feel appreciated because they didn't feel that pressure to come in when sick. They felt valued as a person, that their employer and their team was willing to give them that day to allow them to recover. Financially wise, by you giving people the sick day, they're more likely to produce higher quality work over a long term, not just the day they come back, but over the long term of their tenure. If they're feeling that they have this ability to take sick days when they're sick, they can actually give you better results. So financially, it's beneficial for you as a company to allow people to take sick days rather than pay them to do less work. If you have an employee, for example, who comes into work for 5 days and they're sick, throughout those 5 days, they're only really producing maybe 60% quality over that entire week. So they're not delivering those typical standards you expect. However, maybe you give them 2 or 3 days sick leave because they need it to get better. Chances are within those 2 days, they're going to be operating at 100% and they're going to be delivering much better results over a short period of time because they feel valued, they're rested, and they're thinking more at the topic at hand. These are just some of the reasons why financially wise, it's beneficial for you to allow your team to take those days off and allow them to actually get better. Now, why are employees coming to work sick? This is a discussion we have with many of our clients. They want their employees to feel that they have the ability to take sick leave. It's part of their salary, whatever it might be. Companies are paying for sick days, but why are they not taking it? And in reality, it really boils down to safety. The employees traditionally do not feel safe within the company and within their position that they're able to take a sick day. Now, personally, I've worked for companies that due to their structure, we were unable to take sick days. It was never said, but as managers, because we all had a real value for the company and their customers. We did not take sick days because if we did, there was literally nobody else there to support us. We knew that the upper echelon team was not able or willing to come in and fill in for us. So we had to go to work sick. We weren't doing a good job. We feared the repercussions of us being sick and taking those days off. And that's what it really boils down to. Typically, if an employee is coming into work sick, they fear the repercussions. They fear losing bonuses or missing on that next promotion. Or if they're a casual employee, they feel that they're going to have shifts cut over the long term because they took a sick day. Now, as a good ethical business, we know we can't and shouldn't do those things, but it happens. Casual employees and other people do get looked over because they're not willing to sacrifice everything to be there for the business. And in fairness, we've spoken about this in other videos. Our employees give us already so much. It's only fair that we allow them to have a sick day. So these people fear that they're going to lose their job, lose potential growth within the company, be demoted, lose money. And this is why they come to work, because they don't feel safe enough in the workplace culture to know that if they were to take a sick day, they're not going to be punished for this behavior. And they come into work, and through that act, as mentioned in the first portion, they're delivering less work. They're also running the risk of giving the illness to other people. So they're willing to sacrifice the safety of others to protect them own selves because they're worried about their job. This is where you really need to look at your culture within your business and say, are my employees coming to work because I have somehow led them to believe if they do not show up when they are ill, that they are going to be punished? If so, you really need to do some hard work to change that culture. When employees feel unsafe, they're never delivering the quality that you really want from them because they're always looking over their shoulder, wondering what they've done wrong now. And taking a sick day is a big stressor. We want our employees to be happy and healthy. That's how we get better results from customer service and productivity. If our team is taking a sick day, but the entire time they are stressed, I'm like, oh, I have to be better tomorrow because I need to get back to work. They're not actually resting and recovering. That stress can actually be causing other issues that's going to be hindering their ability to get better. They're not going to sleep as easily because the entire time the brain's going, oh, I missed a day, I've missed a day, how much trouble I'm going to be. Oh, we need to allow our team to switch off. And as managers and leaders, we need to say, hey, you're sick. I need you to go home and rest because that's what the company needs from you. You being here is not actually going to help us. I look forward to seeing you when you're better. Go home and rest. So if your team's coming to work when they're ill, chances are they feel unsafe in their position within the company. So take a good hard look at yourself and see how you can change that. All right, part 3 of this one. This is a big aspect about trust and safety within the company. I've spoken to a number of businesses revolving around sick leave, and they say, oh, we're always happy for our team members to take sick days, but we want to see a doctor's note. Okay, so you don't trust your team. And that's often my response. They say, no, we do. We want to see a doctor's note. So you don't believe them when they say they're sick. Well, no, we just want a proof. I understand that for extended medical leave, you may require a doctor's note, and that's common in many businesses. But if an employee calls in and says, I'm not feeling well today, I can't come in. If you have a good level of respect and trust going both ways, your team members aren't going to be lying to you. They could be sick. They could be needing a mental health day. What you're asking them by saying, go get a doctor's slip is say, don't rest. I don't believe you. Go to a doctor and give me a piece of paper from your mommy and daddy, which is what you're really asking them. If we're going to boil it down, it's like a note to the teacher. Hey, teacher, here's why I didn't have my homework done. Get a doctor's note. Hey, look, I was sick. That 3 hours, I could have been sleeping, I could have been resting, but now I'm still not fully recovered. But hey, I'm back to work today. So next time when somebody's ill, trust them, believe them. Now, There are people out there who are pessimists, and there are people out there who are going to misuse the system, and there are going to be people who are going to lie to you. They may be hungover, or maybe they just don't want to come to work. They don't want to come to work. That's a bigger issue, and chances are if you have someone that demotivated, you don't want them in your company, so let's not even discuss that. But we're talking about people who are sick, who need to get better, and you don't believe them, and you want proof. Go blow your nose into a tissue and show me the color of your mucus. No, what we need is we need to trust our team and say, hey, I believe you because I know that when I give you a task at work, I trust you're going to deliver the very best. So if you're sick, I believe you because we have that respect and that honesty between each other. So please, business owners and leaders, stop demanding sick notes. Once again, extended medical leave is a very different topic. But for a few days here or there, we should definitely be, trusting our team. If it is a repeated action where someone's taking a sick day every couple of weeks, we should actually be having more of a concerned conversation. Say, hey, I noticed you've been taking a fair amount of sick days off recently. It's been once a week or once every couple of weeks. Have you been to a doctor? I'm kind of concerned about your health. I want to know if there's something that we can do to help you because you've been taking a lot of sick days. Why might that be? Show your team that you care, because if you actually care about them, they're going to care about you. And it's not a question of, hey, you've been taking so much sick leave, it's costing me so much money. It's no. Something's wrong, and I want to make sure that I can help you. I care, and because I care, I want you to make sure that you're doing well. Showing your employees that you care speaks way more volume than anything else possibly could. So don't question people when they're taking their sick leave for a day here or there. Trust that what they're actually doing is trying to get better. Now, to summarize this first video, it's going to be a two-part series about the sick day culture in workplaces. If your team is coming to work sick, they're not delivering the results you need. It's going to cost you more money. There's a good chance they're also causing more sickness to spread within the workplace. They're doing this because they feel unsafe. They don't feel their position is solidified within the company. They're worried about repercussions. And, stop asking for sick notes. Mommy and daddy, we're talking about adults here. If someone's sick and you have a good relationship within your team, an honest relationship, you shouldn't need to ask for sick notes. And trust me, doctors have much more important things to do than ask for to give your employees a sick note just to prove why they were taking the time off work. In the current political or world state we're dealing with right now, where the coronavirus has been declared a pandemic, we feel it's really important that we as businesses really review how we are treating our employees when it comes to sick leave. Currently, many people are being put on 2-week quarantines. Can you imagine if one of your employees or multiple employees have been told that they may have been exposed and they need to be put on self-regulated quarantine for 2 weeks? Could you imagine that thought process they'd be having to say, oh, I can't take time off work. My boss always gets mad at me. I have to go to work. And these employees, we've seen people coming to work already who've been told to be quarantined. And chances are because they feel unsafe that either they're not going to have a job to return to or they're going to get fired during this process. We need to come together globally to acknowledge to employees that if you're sick, you need to get better, and coming to work is only going to make this pandemic and other sicknesses continue to grow. So let's, as leaders, stop shaming our employees for taking sick days and mental health days. Let's applaud them and say thank you for stopping the spread of these germs. I can't wait to see you back when you're happy and healthy. I value you as an individual and really want to make sure that you are doing well. Thanks again for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, leave a comment. Our different social media platforms are within the description below. And remember, look after your team and they're going to look after you. Cheers.